Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tyler Hudson. I'm one of the co-founders of All for Transportation. Look, today is obviously a setback for Hillsborough County and for fixing our transportation system, but we think it's just that. It's a temporary setback towards the goal of fixing a generational problem. And that setback today doesn't at all take away or detract from the courage that this community showed back in 2018 when nearly 60% of voters voted courageously to fix their transportation system and to take matters into their own hands. And thanks to that courage and thanks to that resolve, over $500 million, I believe, has been raised so far. And that money belongs to the community, and it needs to be put in service of fixing the community's demands for a better, safer, more equitable transportation system. We call on the Board of County Commission to start right away with an effort to put this back on the 2022 ballot, to renew this tax, which is necessary to make the type of transportation future that we know from the 2018 election that Hillsborough County voters desperately want. With that, we're happy to answer any questions you guys might have.
So you wanted it back on the 2022 ballot?
That's right. We don't think there's a moment to lose in making sure that this the necessary funding is available. Because recall that we're dealing with a $9-12 billion transportation backlog, generations of neglecting and underfunding our transportation system. So 2018, we organized AFT in 2018 because we didn't have any more time to wait. That's still true today. The system doesn't change that.
Would you make any changes to the new initiative in 2022 that maybe would prevent the legal challenges?
No. Look, this is the first time in the history of the state of Florida that citizens had ever taxed themselves by adopting a charter amendment. There wasn't a playbook, there wasn't a brochure, there wasn't anything on how this gets done. And the Supreme Court's decision today is wrong. We believe it's radical, but it's final, and we respect that. And the issue that I think the court has is how this was done, not what was done. And so now we believe the County Commission has a very clear opportunity to take the lead on this, and that's what we're going to encourage them and help them do.
Question. So they say that it is unconstitutional, but they didn't say what to do with the money. What is going to happen with the money? I mean, if they don't do anything, it will be the commissioner's decision. What will happen?
The ruling doesn't make clear exactly what happens with the money that's being collected, so we expect over the next couple of days to see clarification from the court on that.
So to clarify, you're looking for clarification from the Supreme Court? Do you expect it to come from the Department of Revenue or other people, or you guys are tracking the Supreme Court on this?
There's a lot of possibilities on where we can get an answer from, so we're unclear on that. What we do think is that it was money raised in the community, it was passed by the voters of this county, so we expect that money to be spent in Hillsborough County doing what it was intended to do, which is fixing our transportation problem.
Was this foreseeable? I mean, you just said it was unprecedented, but I mean, did you guys think that a possible trip up like this might happen? If you can step as close to the mic as possible, did you think that a possible trip up like this might happen?
I think the transportation crisis that we have in this county was so acute, and it's only gotten worse since 2018, that the novelty of our approach wasn't enough of a reason to delay. There's always a reason to delay. The political winds might change, the economic winds might change, someone might file a lawsuit. The people of this county know better. They know that the roads are crumbling, there are too few public transit options, there's broken sidewalks in every part of this county. We didn't have time to wait, and we don't have time to wait again putting this on the ballot in 2022.
The Florida Supreme Court basically said that citizens cannot say how they want their tax dollars spent, but that is purely within the realm of the power of the County Commission. And so we want the County Commission to put back on nearly the exact same plan that voters voted on and passed in 2018. Voters spoke very loudly when they told the Commission what they wanted their tax dollars to go to. We think the County Commission heard that, and the difference is going to be that it has to be led by the County Commission and not driven by petitions and citizens.
The whole reason you guys took this approach was because 3 to 5 years ago, the County Commission chose not to and repeatedly chose not to. What have you seen that's changed in the last 5 years that makes you confident that the political will is there and that the County Commission can stand up and do it instead of citizens themselves?
There's been incredible change since we launched in 2018. the political wins, the willingness of our elected officials to recognize the transportation problem and be brave enough to actually try to fix it, to stop kicking the can down the road. We've seen incredible change just in the conversation. In 2018, the conversation was, this is not possible. People are not going to make this type of investment in their community, and voters proved them wrong. And so we really feel that leading up to a 2022 effort, which we do believe the County Commission will step up to do, that we're in a very good position to make the case to voters that the investment they made in 2018 is even more important now, as every day our transportation system worsens. And so we feel very confident about what the results will be when we go to renew this tax.
Yeah, if I could add to that real quick, 2018 we started all for transportation because there was a pervasive sense of powerlessness and that citizens had absolutely no ability to affect their transportation system, and broken sidewalks and broken roads and potholes were just what we were inevitably consigned to accept forever, just like we always have. And that wasn't true. You know, in 2018, over 60% of the voters said, no, we are going to take the power back. And today, look, as a setback. People might come away today thinking that, well, maybe they don't have as much power as they think they do. And in 2022, we're confident that Tallahassee will listen this time.
How do you feel? You have been working on this probably like 3-4 years, because before do anything, you have to work to get people to vote. People finally vote, people to have the money, and then nothing has been done to improve the transportation. How do you feel?
There's a woman, Amanda Gorman, she spoke at the inauguration. She's a poet. And she said something that really resonated with me. She said that democracy can be temporarily delayed, but it can't be permanently defeated. And that's what I think. This is a setback. That's all it is. This county has enormous potential, and since 2018, there have been a lot of changes. There's political changes. There's a pandemic. Everyone's wearing masks. But this county's potential is too great to just quit and go home now. If anything, we, Christina and I, are starting a lot more emboldened to fight even harder, because we know it's what the people want. And this is a Tallahassee take back. It's four judges in Tallahassee against 282,000 people, and we respect their decision as final, but that is not the end of the story today. I know that.
Any other questions? All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks.